Okay, welcome everyone. Thanks so much for joining our weekly update Zoom, where we come together with our top and local leaders and our action takers, and we prepare all through the week to bring you some fresh news and to share with you what we're actually working on as well. So there's lots of exciting news, so we'll push on with our slides. So our weekly updates, we'll cover a little bit of everything: Evorich unit pay, EvoScent as well. We may touch on Unitex and crypto unit as well if we get time today, and we'll just see how much we can get jam-packed into 1 hour for you, so it's nice and succinct. So these are our local and top leaders within our community. So if you need some support, these are the people to reach out to. They want to help you. Isn't that right? Yay. Leanne's away this week. She's had one of her family passed on, so she's having a bit of time off, and we send her lots of love and prayers to her and her family as well. Not sure if Chris is here, but he may pop in a bit later as well. And so as we've sort of started every weekly update now with where to get help, because we get so many inquiries through the week. Myself, I know I do, I know Ian and everybody else does as well. But, you know, there is an easy way to get your issues solved, and this is working. We've got a new support ticket option through the helpline now. So take a screenshot of this one. Make sure you share this with your teams, because it's definitely something you will use in the future. If you don't know how to get onto it, there is a link there as well. Perhaps one of our moderators will share that in the chat for you as well, so that you've got that link, and I'll also share it in the recording in the notes on the YouTube as well for you. So we do want to help you, but we can't do everything for you. If it's a support issue, it must be logged and catalogued, and that way, you know, it helps the company to assess, you know, what are the main problems and how to quickly fix everything. Okay. So how to get updated weekly. There are so many ways to stay in touch. Of course, you've got your back office news and messages, you know, from the company. Make sure you're logging in and you're looking at your messages from for personal and also from the company. So many social medias, and we have been compiling a list for you. We'll share those as well. You know, how to get to those channels so that you can get up-to-date news hot off the press, and you can share that with all your teams. We've got a couple of action taker groups, and we do have room for more. So if you want to participate, there's one on WhatsApp and also one on Telegram. So get in touch with myself and I can add you into those ones. There are live meetings. So Ian's doing live meetings in Brighton and Runcorn. He'll talk about that a bit later, no doubt. As well as some online Zooms. So there's lots of Zooms. We've got Thursday night, Ian does one Friday night. Saturday night, we've got a big one coming up. It's a corporate webinar for Coinset. And Sunday is the Nuts and Bolts team, and Bob's on tonight. He'll be talking about, you know, what he's been working on and his findings, and you know, what he's been able to dig up and get some gold for us as well. But of course, you do get emails from the company. Make sure you're reading those, because all of the important news is there. There are monthly reviews now, maybe some special events and offers as well. We do record these meetings, and they are on my YouTube channel. You can like, subscribe, and share those. But do remember that all the official news and updates are in your back office. So it's your business. You need to take ownership of that. We do reshare them in the Facebook groups for you, just to make it a bit easier as well, and to bring it to your attention. But, you know, you must log in and take responsibility for your business. So there's so many social media groups. Maybe you want to give us a bit of feedback. Tell us what's your favorite channel, you know, who are you following? And, you know, let's get some activity in the chat as well as we go through. And of course, put your questions as we go as well. You know, we're trying to lift this standard, new positive image and brand for our community. And you can help us by being our eyes and ears to help monitor the chats. We were just saying prior to the meeting how, you know, it's not just us that have these issues, as other companies Ian was mentioning in his experience. You know, he's hearing on the grapevine as well. that a lot of businesses are being attacked, and it really is low level vibration, bottom feeder stuff, and we don't need that. You know, so help us deal with the trolls and the negative Nellies. And maybe you want to step up and volunteer like Liz has done. Liz Foyster, she's my angel. She's been helping me, as well as Heather and a few other people as well that have been consistently helping as moderators. But, you know, join in action, take a group or start one. You know, maybe you can start one for your team as well. So most people know who I am, so I've been around the community for a while now, and I was just looking today, I was trying to update this and make it a little bit more user-friendly, because I know there's a lot of content in there and I don't want to read it all out, but you can have a look at that a bit later. But, you know, it's consistency. Really, a little quick story I'll tell you, if you know about the speed skater, Stephen Bradbury. My maiden name is Bradbury, so I'm doing a Bradbury. You know, consistently in there, working hard, you know, coming from behind and then, you know, out in the front again. You know, I tried to hide for a little while, but I got asked to once again host the webinar on Saturday night. So, you know, I'm back in the thick of things, and really I would love somebody else to replace me. If anyone wants to do it, you know, please feel free. I mean, this is not a closed, you know, closed room. Anyone can participate and help. So please step up if you want to be a presenter. Of course, it helps if you've done the courses in the company, and that, you know, obviously you will be selected because you've done the training. Okay, so that's the most important thing. I didn't do all the training to be selected. I did it for my knowledge and my education and to help others, you know, and it really has helped me so much. And, you know, we've been able to create so many wonderful things. And, you know, with myself and my team on the call, you know, there's so many beautiful things that everybody's working on as well, which is really fantastic. So tonight we're going to hear a little bit of a sneak peek review, what's happening with the Australia project from Ian. I see Aidan snuck in the back door there. He might want to say something too. But as usual, we'll just do a quick overview for you and a bit of an update. But we don't really have the time to do a full training, although I know Bob's prepared some great slides for us as well, so we'll get to those. Just a quick reminder with Global Unit Pay, we do have a new site, so make a note of that. It is the .ch one, so it's portal.globalunitpay.ch, so make sure you not using the old one. We now have a new one. Of course, if you haven't already taken action, you need to log into the old one and click the button to transfer over your data to the new one. And there were some announcements. We've covered these a few times. I'm just refreshing your memory with this. I'm not going to go too deep here. You can take a screenshot if you do want the information. And of course, you know, this is really great news for our company because it's giving us the ability to increase the speed of crypto transactions as well as reduce the commissions, and really helps us to target, you know, that boutique millionaire, billionaire, you know, who are wanting to do $100,000 transactions a day and above. So, you know, all the profits that are made in this company are shared in our global investment portfolio. So please do invite people to join Global Unit Pay and get them on board. It's a fantastic opportunity, and it's just getting better and better and better. So just be reminded that if you've left funds in your old account, you know, you are going to get charged fees, and that's not from us, that's from the third-party provider, the boutique Swiss payment system. You know, so make sure you've taken action. If you need some help, please write to GUP and get on to support ASAP. So now it's my great pleasure to introduce Ian Birch. Ian has been working day in, day out for, I don't know how many years, 5 odd years now, Ian, is it? Like,
yeah. Yep.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And Ian does a great job. And I'm going to pass the floor to Ian now, and he's going to talk a little bit about what he's been up to. Over to you, Ian.
Great. Thank you, Sharon. Yes. Yeah, 5 years. I mean, most apprenticeships are only 4 years. So anyway, that's not a story. But yeah, guys, Aidan's actually here tonight. That's not a very good slide. That's all fuzzy. Anyway, you probably heard the room that we've been working on a little project. Well, as of yesterday, as Aidan will tell you, we signed the documents yesterday. So it's all go. And very happy. Both parties are very extremely happy, and the best thing is what's actually happened out of this. We've actually built a very good relationship between us and them, like old friends in some ways, and that's the key to doing any business. It's business, don't get me wrong, but once again, if you build that relationship where you trust each other, that's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal. And you know, even the company, they basically just threw it in our hands and said, okay, go and do it. So I could take my hat off to Aidan. Aidan did quite a bit of all the legal kind of stuff, because you know, Aidan's good at that. And you know, but we got through it. And we got a nice little text or a voice message from Mila yesterday. Yeah, pat us on the back because we did it. The company really had to do nothing, really, in a sense. They just had to get the lawyer in place, and we did probably 98% of the work. And that's what you've got to do when you bring a project to the company like this, as Sharon was saying earlier, and Shane, you know, putting all their stuff together too. It's not easy. It's actually, they make sure you do the right thing, and they monitor you. So guys, it's all go now, and we're just waiting for the back office to be set up. We'll have a lot more Zooms out there and talking. Aidan's actually talking on Saturday night. I'll actually put this in there's a links here, guys, for our Coinset. That top one is actually for the Telegram group. It's a Coinset one, and the one below it's actually going to the Coinset website. So, but join the Telegram group. You can't comment on it. It's just share information coming out about what's happening on the week. There's all the links there for Saturday night. Definitely worthwhile going on to that, because Sharon's going to be the host for that. So yeah, she'll be controlling it, which is great. And there's going to be some good news come out. So guys, it's a new era, you know, with Evorich EvoScent and our project coming through as well. There's some good things. Things are turning around rapidly fast. So you've got to keep up with all the news, guys. You really do. It's exciting, you know, with EvoScent going this way and we're going this way, and we're all coming back together. It's going to benefit all the community. It really is. So it's worthwhile hooking to the news, like Sharon says. Keep up to date, please, because there's a new era coming through, and you're going to see a lot of things happening. So yeah, next slide, please, Sharon. Skyway, you probably heard a little rumor about Skyway. It's obviously doing something. Please check your back office. Go into RSW systems, have a look at the news. There's a lot of information coming through again. Dr. Yinsky's not sitting still. He's moving forward. There's some good contracts coming through. You know, you can read between the lines and some of the stuff he's saying. So there's a lot more happening. But once again, as you know, if it's in print, it's right. So what he says is correct, and he's doing the right thing there. So that's quite exciting as well. So guys, when you think of it, got all these things happening, all moving in the right directions. We've been through the hard times. Now it's starting to evolve, and it's going to be very, very good for us all. So Skyway's doing well, guys. Just please, if you've got an issue with, remember, if you probably saw this email come out in your back office saying that you've got to move your stuff over. If you haven't moved your pipes across to RSW, you've got the choice. You can do that. I personally did, and I know a lot of other guys did too. That diversification, of course. And you know, you set up your account there. If you're doing it for the very, very first time, you go across to RSW systems and you see sign in. You click on that anyway, and down the bottom will say sign up. Use the same information that you use to get into your Evorich back account, into your Evorich back office. You know, same Gmail account, same passwords. Follow the prompts, tick a few boxes, and you'll open up. Fingers crossed, you'll have everything in the back office. All your pipes and whatever's sitting there, and it'll automatically ask you, do you want to do verification? You'll have a choice. You either do a new one or you use the old one. Use the old one. Just click on the old box and bang, it's there, done for you. So that way you're in there like that. So yep, take your time, go through it all. If you get confused, ask one of us. I've done it quite a few times now for the guys, and it's worthwhile. It's quite exciting, actually. This new era, as I call it, coming through with the 3 projects ticking on quite nicely. Because plus, don't forget, we've got over 2 billion pre-IPOs sitting in our portfolio. Even with what we're doing with Aidan and I, that company is actually looking after us extremely well. Because one of the rules that you have when you put a project across the table is it's got to be good for the members, it's also good, it'd be excellent, very well for the portfolio. And in other words, we want to be part of that company. And the other company actually donated 10% of their shares to our company, donated. There's criteria to it. We've got to meet the criteria on the way through, but we'll end up with 10% of their company in our portfolio, guys, which if you watch the news and everything, you understand why we're a little bit excited about that alone. And so there's great options there for us. So yes, so please stay up, get hooked into the updates, the STO and lots of stuff like that. There's a lot coming out. You'll probably hear a lot more about what's happening on Saturday night. We haven't been privy to that yet. Sharon might have a bit more information on what's going to be said, but I know Aidan's going to be on there for about 5 minutes to talk about our little project. And yes, and one of the things we found, guys, when we got asked to go to Vietnam, we weren't going to go to Vietnam, and Mila said, "You got to go." So Aidan and I packed the bags, and off we went there, and we sat down with all the leaders there that came, and yeah, they're excited. They understand what we're on about now. So watch the space. Really is. There's a little more to do in the background. We have to wait for the company to set up the back office and things like that, and get things in place for us to do all that. And there's some really good news about that, how we're doing this, and the benefits we're going to have from it. And of course, yep, you can go where you can find your tokens, guys. There's the information there, and follow the roadmap. The roadmap's quite good. It's, there's a lot happening there. Once again, I believe, I'd love to go to Sharjah and go through the complex there. Might be that's on my bucket list actually, to go and see there. And I'd like to take a lot of people with us and have a good time and go through that complex and say, look, this is us. We help this. We've got to see this. So great. Next slide, please.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ian. That was a great overview recap. All of that. I know we go fast on these meetings, but that's only because we've got 1 hour. So thank you so much, Ian. You might want to pop back a bit later and help answer some of the questions too. But now I'd love to introduce Shane Boese. I know Shane's on the call because I saw him.
Yes, always here, Sharon. I'll try to be here when I can, but I'm here tonight, so that's the main thing.
Awesome. So I did prepare a few slides. So if that's okay, I'll just flick through and you can talk a little bit about what you've been working on, if that's okay, because I know what you've been up to.
Sure. Okay, what have we got? Blockchain. Blockchain. Okay. As we all know, guys, the blockchain is up and running again. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't checked in the last couple of days. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to jump in there while I'm on here, and my computer seems to be pretty slow today for some reason. See where we are located. Right, it's going to jam. Anyway, I do believe that here it is. It's finally popped in. Hang on. Producers. Where do we sit currently? We have come up in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we moved from 25 to 19 up the ladder. Thank you for all those guys that have voted for us, the GMC Lifestyle producer. So if you're not aware of what the voting process is, it's where you go in and you stake your UNTB for CPU or NET, and then you go across to the voting tab. You click on GMC Lifestyle and you click the vote for that particular node, and that adds votes to us. Now, I mentioned this not last Sunday, the Sunday before, nuts and bolts, and we were 25 and now we're 19. So we've come up 6 places. So thank you very much to everybody that's utilising their UNTB and voting for us. So maybe if we got time later on, Sharon, I'll go through very quickly on how to do that. Okay, so that's that one. All right. So you can also you can also claim your UNTB now. I know it was down for quite some time as far as the you couldn't claim because they were merging over to a new portal. So they've finally done that. And if you haven't claimed your UNTB, definitely get in there and do it and stake it and vote for GMC. That would keep us in the top 21. We got to try and get to the top 10 and stay in the top 10. That's what's important because it's out. You might have, for instance, out of the whole blockchain system, we might have 4,000 nodes that are running, but it's only the top 21 that are actually earning the UNTB. So it's all about votes and getting people to vote for us and making sure we stay in that top 21 because all the GMC members that are part of the GMC, they are earning way more UNTB than what they would be if they were just had their UNTB staked in their own personal account. So, yeah. Next, GMC. What are we? Yeah, it is a boutique membership club, right? GMC. If you want to be involved in GMC, it's get in contact with either myself or Sharon, and we can show you how to do it. We've got very, very exclusive membership offers. It's like Ian trying to get the company. Everybody's got ideas, but for us, it's trying to get the company. It takes a lot of work, and Ian will understand this to get a project to actually be put in the back office. And GMC's got a couple of projects that we're working on. We're not at liberty to say what they are, but you know, in time, eventually they will be put in the back office. So you'll get exclusive membership offers. There's training and events, free travel voucher, and terms and conditions apply to that. So you get a 3-night, 4-day travel voucher over 200 destinations in Australia and also throughout the Pacific, Fiji, a lot of the islands. You get that as part of the your membership fee, and you get free access to travel discounts because we have a what's it called, Sharon? Travel. Just trying to think.
GMC Travel.
GMC Travel, that's it, right? So you can go to GMC Travel. Yeah, a bit of a mind blank there. To GMC Travel, so you can go there. Now, guys, GMC Travel actually works. I went to Vietnam and I went through. Originally, would normally go through Flight Centre, and I decided no, I'm going to check out GMC and I'm going to compare the two. And GMC Travel was considerably cheaper than the Flight Centre, and at the same time, I had no issues. I flew from Brisbane to Sydney to where did I go to China. Into Hong Kong, that's right, on Cathay Pacific, and then from Cathay Pacific from Hong Kong into Hanoi, and the same trip back again. No problems whatsoever. So the GMC Travel site definitely works. So it's as you can see, you can take a screenshot there, gmctravel.international, right, and that will get you in, and you can. There's quite a lot of stuff there. Just have a play around with it. It's become a member. It's free, no obligation. But yeah, if you want to do travel overseas or even interstate in Australia, you can use GMC Travel, okay, and just compare. And here's I suppose my favourite, you know, EvoScent. What can I say about EvoScent? It's, yeah, we've finally got the product, guys, here in Australia. And some of you, if you've hooked up with me on Facebook, you would have seen the video or the reel that I did of the product actually being in my possession. Now, that it was a week. It was a week of very, very stressful time dealing with the government agencies, and you know, the GST factor and the import duties and everything else that goes with it. But and the delivery, or trying to get it picked up, and because we had a certain time, you didn't pick it up, it costs you more money, and yeah, so it was quite a stressful week for me. But we finally have it now. Now, what's important, guys, is that I said at the nuts and bolts, and also said at other webinars, that you need to pay for the delivery. Okay, now delivery has never ever been free. Okay, if you remember right back at the very beginning when we got the sample packets, I haven't got one here. I've got one behind me, but the samples, when we first applied for them, we had to pay for the delivery. And I think, if I remember rightly, it cost me 38 Australian dollars, right, to get that sent from Dubai to Australia. Now, that has always been the case. Now, a lot of people are under the assumption that the delivery was in the price of the perfume. Well, that's not the case. It was never the case. And as Aman said to us the other night, right, you were purchasing the perfume and getting points, which can turn into possible IPOs or shares at a later date, but at the moment they're only points. But the delivery charges were always separate, and that is written in the back office. So you need to understand that. And I've done a lot of emails and queries and trying to point out that, if you want your product, you're going to have to pay for the delivery. Now, the delivery costs is all different. It's different for a travel set, for the number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So as you go up in the sets, the delivery cost is different. Now, you've got to understand that this is high quality product. The Australian government has whacked us big time with GST, so that has to be recouped and go back into EvoScent Oceania, back into its bank account, so that we can get the next lot out when it arrives. So be very, very mindful that if you do want your product, you have to pay for the delivery. Now, we look after Oceania and Sharon, what's Malaysia and Indonesia too, isn't it?
Possibly. We've
Possibly.
been given the go-ahead to look after Indonesia. We do Oceania, which is all the little countries surrounding Australia, and nobody's looking after Malaysia, or the Philippines. So
Or the
if you've got
Philippines,
contacts there, let us know.
Yeah.
Shane and I don't want to do all the work.
Yeah. All right. So the EvoScent, it is a great promotion, a great product. Sorry, not promotion. It's a great product. I use it daily. My wife uses it 3-4 times a day. It's, what can I say about it? But we've got it. We've got the 75 ml bottles. If you want them, get in contact with us, and we'll get them out to you as soon as possible. Now, the banking details, hopefully, when will they be in the back office, Sharon?
Oh, they should be there, but they're not. So I checked again this morning. I was up till 2 a.m. this morning working on that again. We just have to wait. It will go through the back office. So through the Crew EvoScent tab, there is a delivery option. Currently, only Oman is in there, but they have all the details. It's just a matter of getting IT, some time available. I know they're so swamped and so busy with everything that they do. So we just have to be patient a little bit longer, but we've been ready to go for some time. So we're just waiting for everything to line up succinctly in the back office so that, all the books can be kept correctly and all of that. So thanks for your patience, everybody. It's been really great.
So what will happen is this is my plan, and we've finally got approval as of 24 hours, 48 hours ago, to actually have a landing page for each country. So one for Australia, one for the US, one for India, one for Pakistan, and so forth, right? And so in the back office, you will click on a link. So when you want to, you'll buy your product. This is how I see it working. You'll purchase the product, then you'll want to pay for the delivery side of it. So in the back office, there will be a drop-down menu that says delivery, drop-down menu, that you click on Australia. That will then take you into our landing page right here in Australia. So it's completely separate from everybody else. And there will be all the prices for whatever product that you purchase. And we'll have our own merchant facility there. So if you want to use your credit card, you can. If you want to use direct bank transfer, you can. And it all come directly into the Australian bank account. And we will deal from there. We'll get notified, and as soon as we know the funds are cleared, bang, the product goes out. So that's
Yes,
the
so
plan.
that's coming. So it's not there
Yeah,
yet. So
it's
the
not there
first
yet.
step will be in the back office,
Right.
and then in the future, EvoScent is moving to the new Coinset. So this is hot off the press. It hasn't been published anywhere yet. So that's going to happen in the future, and we'll share some more details on the Saturday webinar about that and a bit of an update. What Ramon and Sergi are working on as well with some new products to add into that line. So just for time, Shane, we'll keep moving. Just quickly, there are still the current promotions and offers available for EvoScent. So if you want to build MLCI, this is a great way to do it, get rewarded as well. There's some express qualification options there as well. So you can definitely increase your status in the community and increase your earnings as well. And just quickly too, there are some pro tips for partner tools. You can definitely check out all of those. They're still all working in your Evorich back office. So it's all there for you. There's, the app as well. Just use the QR codes. Like we've really come a long way, and we're advancing in leaps and bounds with all this digital stuff. So hopefully you can stay with us and keep up to date. Just click on the camera on your phone, aim it at the screen. You will scan that QR code, and it will take you to where you can get all the information you need about EvoScent. Okay, so thank you, Shane, for the update. Thanks for being on the call. Really appreciate all the work you're doing behind the scenes, and look forward to what's next. What else can we co-create?
Just quickly, Sharon, I know we've stopped the time, but guys, just want to let you know about Gucci. Where did Gucci start? Does anybody know when Gucci started? 1921.
Wow.
Right, that's when Gucci started. What did they sell? What did he sell? Gucci himself. Horse saddles, leather equipment.
Oh, there you go. And he grew and
he
developed his
evolved.
brand. Yeah.
He's evolved from there. And it wasn't until 1950 that he actually started to become quite famous. So, 30 odd years before his brand actually took off. Yeah, and he started out selling imported leather luggage.
That's amazing. And when you think about how far we've come in 1 year from design to creation to inception, and people are complaining and saying, are we there yet? Yes, we're here.
Right. So, that's just a bit of history for you guys. And yeah, we're 1 year in, and yeah, so Rome wasn't built in a day.
No, but all the roads lead to Evorich. Not wrong. Awesome. Thanks again, Shane. Moving along, I'd like to introduce Bob Fordham, who is our action taker. He debuted last week on our call as a presenter and a speaker, and we got really great feedback and lots of love for Bob. So we've invited him back again. So Bob, if you're with us, I'm going to pass the floor to you. And I know you've been working on, getting your navigation tips and tricks around Coinset and also Stobox. So I'll hand the floor to you. I'll be back soon.
Thanks, Sharon, and great presentation, Shane. Well done, doing a tremendous job. Who would have thought, after all these years, and good on you. So let's have a look at a quick review on how on the SoulB tokens and how to purchase them, which we'll cover briefly at the end. So we just covered myself, we've done that. And I'm very proud to be part of an international conspiracy to make the world a better place. That's my mission here at Evorich, to make the world a better place. And today I come across a great saying, I really loved it. It's an anonymous. Each person is responsible for their own freedom. It's only when you take responsibility for your own life that you discover the power that you really have. And that's a very, very powerful statement for everybody. So Evorich is navigating around the storm. Our leaders are stepping up, doing the hard yards, and we are still standing. A lot of companies are going by and by. We're saying, watch our dust, look out, here we come. Healthy choices are ahead. We're being steered at the ship with all our financial literacy and education from our master and the CEO, Academy of the Private Investor. Of course, no introduction, Andrei Karadov, what a man. And bringing great ideas to the planet, to the global marketplace through the resources of the new economic evolution of the world ecosystem. That's what we are doing. And we are teaching people how to make money in the MLCI world, multi-level crowd investing. Remember that saying. So part of the ecosystem and a very proud evolving platform is Coinset and our SDO and the SoulB project. The Coinset platform was launched a number of weeks ago with Amelia Amans at the head. And of course, it had another big launch in the Vietnam Success Summit just recently. We have the potential, guys, to expand our operations across 175 countries, an amazing opportunity that the MLCI in multi-level crowd investing offers everyone. So the SoulB tokens and the SoulB, what are they all about? We'll briefly cover a few little aspects of it tonight, but just recently, even way back in January of this year, the Australian top leaders had an introductory webinar from Ross Shem and Jean Dev, the co-founders of the Stowbox operations. And this is where the majority of these slides are coming from, which again proves the point that leaders are born, they're not made. We are all born to be leaders. You just need the right tonic to get you started. And it's about your attitude. 100% of your attitude determines your day. So the agenda on that meeting, we'll cover a few slides, was the global portfolio project overview, the SDO box cooperation, our global investment portfolio and the SDO, the SoulB ID project roadmap and updates, the Stowbox projects ecosystem in fully compliant environment, and a call to action. And those actions have been happening over the last few months. So the global investment portfolio, our STO, our Y, is about full people participation in projects across 20 plus segments of the global investment market. And the SoulB and the SoulB ID reflect these possibilities. The possibility to become a co-owner, which is probably one of our greatest motivations, is just that. To access financial literacy, which is also in the Coinset back office now, and also the API, the Academy of the Private Investor, and the tools that we have. Leaving a legacy and passing it on to the generations is what we're about, and creating the new economic evolution of the world. Why would we be involved in such a risky business? Well, have a look at these projected projections for 2030 and beyond. $24 trillion would be the estimate for the tokenization STO market. So we're just getting started. We are at the cusp of greatness. There's 150 plus million number of active crypto wallet users right now, and that spans 100 plus countries. So we're at the forefront of all those aspects. And the SoulB token is a community token. It allows us to create payments for the issuance of soul-bound IDs, make payments into the Stowbox ecosystem, staking, farming, collecting rewards, which is all about those tokens. Converting to security tokens is what everybody's chomping at the bit to get their feet into, and that's on its way. And the new term, the new kid on the block, DAO governance, which is a platform to allow this to all happen, and investments in limited allocations. We'll cover that just shortly. Of course, we have a roadmap, and the roadmap is being completed. These are very, very strategic components of our plan ahead. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Well, the other way around anyway. You know what I mean? You've got to have a roadmap, and we've got a good one. We're working through the yellow and green areas where the 175 jurisdictions where our partners live. We are trying to find solutions to everybody's needs, and this is happening as we speak. The soul-bound ID roadmap the first couple of quarters have been completed. We are now finishing off quarter one in 2023, and we'll be instigating quarter two, where we'll see numerous aspects of the SoulB and the SoulB ID come into play. And we expect the launching of the security token offering around about the third or fourth quarter, and the SoulB ID platform to be fully launched and operational for all its partners. So the SDO box dashboard, the SoulB ID, the progress protocols, the Stowbox DS swaps are all being massaged at the moment. The legal eagles are getting stuff done. We are moving forward with the whole project. So it's all about the SDO tokens are very simply, they are non-transferable tokens representing a person's identity using the blockchain technology. SBIDs could include any information that makes up a person's identity, but you keep control over that information. So access to high quality tokenized assets via SDO Box, and SDO Box are promoting the SoulB inside their ecosystem with their clients and the world beyond. Access to private investment deals worldwide and unlock compliant decentralized finance. DeFi is the new buzzword of Web 3.0. So what are the benefits to us? The benefits is safety for all your personal data to be stored in a regulated provider. When you sign up to something today on the internet, it's centralized, so it can be shared. And I'm also probably a victim, I hate being called that word, but I'm a victim of at least 5 to 10 phone calls, scammy bloody phone calls from telemarketers where my data has been shared out into the internet and somebody picks it up as an opportunity prospect. Annoying. So that quantum blockchain will defuse all of that. Full transparency, which is very important. Variability. In the future, we implement non-ID soul-bound NTTs for rewards, education, and other cases. Soul-bound ID integrating into other DeFi applications. So in other words, it's going to be cross-platform, and we're going to be encouraging and attracting other major businesses and companies into our ecosystem. Entrance to Stowbox DS ecosystem, and there'll be a whole lot more of this exposed over the next few months as we roll into it, and probably a little bit more of updates coming next Saturday night. So phase one of the sale of the for the Evorich community has been completed. We are now operating in phase two of the offering, and the public round will be shortly as well. So early adopters get the best deals. This is currently the distribution and packages of the phase two, and get involved in the packages from as little as 10 units, but we recommend a minimum of at least 25 units so that you get one free SoulB ID. That's the key. Okay, so the tokenomics, a little bit technical. We won't go into all those sorts of details, but there's a lot happening inside the tokenomics, and there is a downloadable tokenomics paper and white paper available. Saturday night, as Sharon mentioned, big call, project news and updates from all the team. And there's that lady in the end there, look out. And with Dev and Ross, Mans and Mila and also Valentine. Also, you'll have to wait for a live demonstration on how to buy SoulB tokens and what the benefits are. I'll be doing in conjunction with Shane and with Stuart on Nuts and Bolts on Sunday. I'll be putting the links up in the chat a little bit later on. But just in summary, and I know I've got a couple of minutes left, soul-bound tokens, what are they essentially? Soul-bound tokens are non-transferable tokens representing a person's identity. What are the background? The background is a concept behind the SoulB tokens, seemingly comes from the gaming world of Warcraft. Well, there you go. Little fun fact for the day. SoulB ID technology. The technology is an application consisting of Web 2 and Web 3 components. And no doubt Web 4.0 is coming as well, and we'll be at the cusp of all that as well. So the key is the additional data that can be stored within the NTT, or the non-transferable tokens, format of an ERC-115 standard. A little bit technical, but it's very safe and very secure. More information can be found on SoulB.id, which is a website that Stowbox has created, and we'll go through that in detail on Sunday, where you'll be able to download this full PDF file that you can download with full instructions on how to get your soul-bound ID. But the first thing you need to do, of course, is to go into your Coinset back office and identify your referral link, sign your prospect up first, then show them all the goodies after you've done that, and explain to them what the benefits are. So, yes, just another reminder, when you do go back into the back offices, just go back to your back office, the old back office, make sure you've updated all your terms and conditions and contracts. That'll allow seamless information to flow in your Coinset new office, where these contracts and everything will be uploaded in the near future. Logging in, I just mentioned, and that's it. Sharon, for more, please attend Sunday's Nuts and Bolts.
Beautiful. Wow. Thanks so much, Bob. That was a value-packed segment. I'm sure everyone got value out of that. Please give some love and feedback for Bob in the chat if you got some value from that. So you might not need to watch the replay on double speak, because it's already double speak. We're racing through. Well done, Bob. Thank you so much. That was really cool. Covered a lot of content there, and hopefully that was helpful to our members as well. So are there any questions? We've got a couple of minutes left, and just wanted to see if there was anything else we could cover for you. Let's see, I think we've answered all the questions as we've gone along. So lots of feedback coming in for Bob in the chat. That's really cool. Thank you so much. If anyone has anything they'd like to share, just pop your hand up and we can open up your mic. But is there anything else? I know, Ian, you had something else you wanted to share quickly before we finish up the call today. Did you forget?
Yeah. I think we've actually, Bob's done a very good job, actually. We'll have to get him back on again. No, well done, Bob. Yeah, there is a lot of things happening in the background, guys, and we sort of got to keep up to date with everything going on. And like I was saying, we've come to a new direction in the company, and the company's moving fast now. We've put a lot of things in place, which is great. I believe we've been through the hard part, and we're about to head into the good times. And so watch the space, and plus everything happening with Skyway, of course, it's fantastic. And now we've got more direction, if you like to call that, because the campers, you've got EvoScent, you've got our project coming up together, so people will be able to choose where they want to go, and it gives options and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's going to help all of us. What we're doing here, guys, it's working very well. Amans and Mila there are up the front, and they're really driving this forward now, and it's fantastic. We've got a hell of a direction now, which is great. So yes, Aidan's got his hand up, so yeah, I'd like to bring him on board and have a bit of a chat if you can.
Yeah, go ahead. Welcome, Aidan.
Thanks, Birchie.
Well, great to hear you. We can't see you.
Yeah. No, you can't see me. I'm just winding up the rest of the day.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess I just hang on, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can. It's a little bit sketchy there. It seems like your internet's not fully operating, but go ahead. We can hear you. Or maybe we lost you.
There we go.
Are you there?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, good, awesome. Sorry, I just flicked off from Wi-Fi. I just wanted to go and address the community, guys, that, you know, we've gotten through the hardest part, the absolute hardest part. And the beautiful thing about everything that has gone and happened and it going wrong up until this point is that it's gone and provided a lot of lessons of what not to go and do for future project managers, for future partners who, you know, who are now currently or who in the future are actually going to go and fill some much bigger shoes and take on some much more responsibility as we go and move closer and closer to the new economic evolution of the world. And that's effectively what, you know, we've all gone and done within the EPU team, is that everything and every decision that has been made, every discussion, every negotiation, every sleepless night and countless or tireless days, sorry, that we've gone and spent on the phones talking to, you know, parties and, you know, going in between, we've really gone and stacked the deck in our favor. This project, while I can't go and do too much of an announcement right now, this is a networker's dream. We're talking bigger ticket items for the first 3 stages, and that's where the most important, I guess, participation is. It's going to be in those first 3 stages. Once that is the case, we can go and ensure that these guys who have gone and partnered with us are up and away, and they can actually go and bring in their own profits on a week-by-week basis, which will go and further grow the value of the company, which, as Ian went and said earlier, this is all going into our portfolio, 10% if we are successful. So we all need to go and rally together and all be united by the new economic evolution of the world to go and ensure that we all go and make sure that this is a profitable venture. And with that, I'd like to go and invite everyone to go and join in on the summary meeting on Saturday. It's been a long bloody time since we've gone and had a summary meeting. And of course, Sharon's going to reprise the role of host as well. So hopefully it's not going to go for 4 hours like it used to, but I mean, I can't see there being too many topics of conversation, to be honest. But now let's all move forward, guys. We're in the best time. This is very reminiscent of the days of Skyway. But I'm going to go and sign off for the rest of the night, and I'll see you all on Saturday, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, at 10 o'clock at night at least. And let's go and get it towards NEEW.
Awesome. Well said. Thank you, Aidan. That's great. Everybody's excited. Hopefully you've got your note paper and your pens ready and your attention going to be on the webinar on Saturday to get all the updates. And then, of course, you can share with your team, invite your team. Why don't you have maybe a live get together at your place and put it on the big screen. You know, let's re-engage this community. Like Aidan said, you know, we're on the precipice of something amazing. We've been doing this hard work for so long, and it's been laborious and painful. And at times we wanted to give up, right, Ian and Shane? It's been really, really hard times, and but you know what, I'm so thankful that, you know, we have this solid group of people who have never given up, continued to, you know, fight the good fight, so to speak. And it's been really, really wonderful working with some amazing people in our community. And of course, you might be the missing piece that hasn't quite fitted into the puzzle yet. And so, you know, there's plenty of room at the top. We welcome you to join us, you know, share your gifts, share your talents, share your skills with us. You know, we can't do it all by ourselves. We need a big, big, massive team. And so we you know, would love to work with you. If you're interested in the action taker groups, get in touch with myself. I will be happy to work with you as well. So we're just about out of time, but anyone quickly want to mention something, have a question, quick question, go ahead.
Just a real quick one, guys. Wednesday night coming up, RunCon, please be there.
Great.
Yes,
And you have Brighton as well. Is that this week or next week?
No,
Ian?
in towards the end of the month. We have it.
Okay,
We're
'cause,
looking at- we might be going fortnightly soon.
there is a lady who was on one of my Zooms this week who's near Brighton, and she wants your contact details. It just reminded me. I've got to introduce her to Ian. She wants to come and attend your live meeting. If anyone's in Perth and wants to get together, please reach out to me or any one of the leaders here. I know Leanne opens up a home as well. And yeah, there might be a few others on the call that are doing meetings. So, you know, do connect. Chris, you've got your hand up. Go ahead, just quickly.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, I'm into everything he's doing. He's the man as well. So he hasn't put that aside. But yeah, he's I think he's only getting about 2-3 hours sleep. You know, meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting, as we know when we see him on a Monday night. So, and good job again, Bob. And yeah, and who would think that a guy would take a lady's business to the throttle? Who'd ever think of that? So
Well, you know, sometimes things just
chain,
unfold as they're meant to be.
Put his, you know, like it's usually perfumes for the guy, ladies, but Shane's done the extraordinary. So
Yeah,
well done.
Shane's the man for EvoScent.
Yep.
Of course, I'm fully supporting and working with Shane with EvoScent, and you'll get to hear some more news about EvoScent in the very near future. Some exciting things to come. Thank you, Chris.
Yep.
Just quickly, Bob, you've got your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, the 3 little dots down the bottom of the chat for all the links I've put up in the chat room for the presentation and the webinar for Saturday night, nuts and bolts, etc., etc.
Fantastic. I think, Bob, we need to get you on a training for moderators to teach people to duplicate what you've been doing, how you're so organized with all your files. You're really impressive. Thank you so much.
20 years of real estate taught me a lot about human behavior, including my own, I tell you.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you everybody for participating in the Zoom today. I will share the recording. Usually takes me 24 hours or so, sometimes quicker to get it up there, and please share. Now, I've learned that if I, when I post it and I click Premiere, we get more views, so I'm going to keep doing that. So I'm still learning how to get this content out there on YouTube. I'm not an expert in YouTube, but I'm finding my way. You know, I wish I had someone to do it for me, but you know, sometimes if it's going to be, it's up to me, right? You got to just get in, get the work done. Thank you so much. Shane, you want to say something before we finish up the call?
No, I'm
No.
good.
You were going to do a demonstration, but maybe we could do that next week. We'll have a little bit more time and things will be hopefully a little bit more settled, but no doubt you'll be on nuts and bolts and do your trainings as you normally do. Good night.
Absolutely, Sharon. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for joining in from around the world and of course our region, Australia, Oceania. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, everyone. Keep smiling. Bye for now.
Good night, everybody.